This is a tutorial for Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. If you're looking for it in my drive, it starts with X, like all my other Christmas songs, X, and then Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, simplified. Okay, I'll play it through once, and then I will break it down for you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Okay, so most of it is pretty simple. There's the vamp at the beginning, and much of the song follows that, except for the end of the verses and the bridge. So if you could learn the G to E minor 7, to A minor 7, the open chord, and then to the D7, you've got most of the song. So just for the 1% of you who are not in my class and stumbled upon this video, a G is index finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, middle finger, 1st string, 2nd fret, and ring finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret, and it'll sound like this. And then to go to the E minor 7 from here, all you do is you lift your ring finger, and then voila, that's the E minor 7. And then the A minor 7 is the open chord, so you can let everything go there. And then the D7, my preferred D7 is to bar the 2nd fret, and then to put my middle finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret, and it'll sound like that. If you're a beginner and you still have a hard time with bars, you can use the D, which is the index finger and the middle finger on the 2nd fret on 4 and 3. You'll notice that it doesn't sound as bright as this. So it's never too late or too soon to start practicing your bar chords, even if it sounds a little bit like that. You'll get it eventually. So I use a down, down, up strum for most of the song. You'll hear me put in a little, some variations here and there, but you can just stick with the down, down, up. So it's sort of down, down, up. Oops, started with the wrong chord, G. So it's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So G, E minor 7, D7, G, E minor goes into the song. You repeat that 3 times. So it's have yourself a merry little Christmas tree. Let your E minor 7 heart be. Oh, sorry. E minor 7. Let your heart be. A minor 7 light. D7. And it still follows the same pattern one more time. From now, E minor 7 on your A minor 7 troubles will be out of. And then for the end of the phrase, we go to a B7, which is, you know, like an E minor, only everything goes up a string. So index, 2nd string, 2nd fret, middle finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret, and ring finger, 4th string, 4th fret. And it'll sound like this. Okay, so we go from the B7 and then to the E7, right? The E7 is index, 4th string, 1st fret, middle, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and ring, 1st string, 2nd fret, and it'll sound like this. So you're going from the D7, troubles will be out of, and then, so your index finger is on the 2nd fret, so just bring that down to the 2nd string, and then stair step your other fingers. All right, so let's go from troubles will be out of sight, and then to the E7, and that's this again. Oh, has my hand been in the screen? I'm gonna have to check this before I load it. Okay, so E7 again is this, and this. And then to an A7, so you're lifting these 2 fingers, bringing your index finger down 1 string to the 3rd string, 1st fret, and then back to the D7. And none of this is very difficult, although some of you may not be so familiar with the B7 and then to the E7. So that's probably the hardest move is B7 to E7. And then if you're playing the D7 the easy way, you can just lift this and move these 2 fingers over. Okay, so let me go over that again. So troubles will be out of sight. And then if you're doing the other D7, okay, it doesn't sound quite as nice. So let me do with the other D7. So A minor 7, D7, sight, E7, A7, D7, and then back to our vamp. So back to G, have, E minor 7, yourself, A minor 7, merry little D7, Christmas, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, once again, G, E minor 7, A minor 7. So troubles will be, now this time we're going to go to the B7 instead of the D7 like we did prior because we're setting up for the bridge. So troubles and then B7 out, miles, and now we're going to go from the B7 to the E minor. So the B7 and the E minor are similar fingering. You just have to drop each of your fingers 1 string, right? So you're in this position, you're moving your index finger down 1 string, your middle finger down 1 string, and your ring finger down 1 string. So it's not a terribly difficult move, right? So you're going from A minor 7, open chords, so you have all the time in the world to think about your B7, which is here, miles, and then to the E minor, and then we play the E minor twice, and then we go to a G, which we've already had, so G. Okay, so let's do from now on. from the G. From now, E minor 7, right? Just lift your ring finger. On your open chord, troubles will be miles. So that's the B7 to E minor, then to G. Then the G goes twice. And now lift your ring finger into the E minor 7. Here we, and from E minor 7, we go to an A7. So that's just from here, you're gonna lift your middle finger and then just slide your index finger down. R, as in, and then we go to a D. Golden days. So let me do that again. E minor 7. Here we are, as in olden days. That's a D. That's just everything's on the 2nd fret, index, middle, and ring. 4, 3, 2. Happy. Then we go to the B7. So B7 is simply barring the entire 2nd fret. And if you have a hard time getting a clean sound from there, you can double up on your fingers and give yourself a little more strength. Okay, so again, here, E minor 7, A7, as in D, days, B minor 7, A minor. So A minor from the B minor 7 is simply just lifting everything up and just going to the one string, 2nd fret, 4th string. A minor, and then to D7. So now from the A minor, once again, transportation is pretty easy because you're just going to drop your finger back down into the bar and then make your D7, right? And then your is a G major 7, and that's simply dropping your bar to these 1, 2, 3 strings, 2nd fret, and you get this lovely chord. So I'm going to take it from Happy Golden Days, which is the B minor 7, Happy A minor Golden Days, D7 of your, and you play that twice. Okay, so we're going to take it, since this bridge is a little more complicated, we'll take it from the top of the bridge. Here, E minor 7, A7, as in D, B minor 7, A minor, D7 of G major 7, and then back to the E minor 7, faithful, slide to the A7, friends who are. Okay, now we're going to get to the B minor, which is troublesome for some of you. And you can play the B minor 7, it just won't sound as nice because you have this whole B minor to B minor 7 to A minor, which, you know, this, the change in the bass note is done, just sounds really nice. And then to an A minor, and then to an A minor 7, and then D7. Okay, so let me take that from faithful A minor 7, friends who are B minor, dear to us, gather near to us once more. Okay, E minor 7, A7, B minor 7, A minor 7, D7. All right, so let's sing that and play that. Faithful friends who are dear, why am I not singing this right? Dear to us, gather near to us once more. Okay, so if you only played the B minor 7 instead of the B, let's take it from Faithful Hymns. Faithful friends who are dear to us, And the only person who would notice that you played a B minor 7 rather than a B minor is probably me. So, all right, so we're just going to do the whole bridge again from the top of the bridge. So from E minor 7, E minor 7, A 7, D, B minor 7, A minor, D 7, G major 7, E minor 7, A 7, B minor 7, A minor 7, D 7. And now we're back to the vamp of G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D 7, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D 7, G, E minor 7, A minor 7. Here we go with a B7. And then bring everything down for the E minor. And it goes twice. And now you go to the G7, which I think this is the first time we've played a G7. So G7 is index, 1st fret, 2nd string, middle finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and ring finger, 1st string, 2nd fret. And if you forget, if you played a G, it won't really make that much of a difference. But G7 will give you a little more brightness. So we're going to go B7, E minor, G7, G7, and half. C yourself. And C is just 1st fret, 1st string, 3rd fret. Self, a merry, A minor 7, D7, Christmas now. And then we're just going to do the vamp one last time, right? Now, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, and then we're going to end on a G major 7, which we played during the bridge. That's just these three, 1, 2, 3, or actually 1, 2, 3 on the 2nd fret. So, oh my gosh, I have not been paying attention to make sure my fingers are in the video. So sorry about that. Hopefully it'll be all good. So let's just take it from Hang a Shining Star. Hang, that's a G. Hang a, E minor 7, shining, A minor 7, upon the B7 to E minor, G7, and C, have yourself. C is twice also, and then to the A minor 7, a merry little Christmas. Back to our vamp, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, G major 7. Okay, so, oh my goodness, we're at 19 minutes. I was going to do it all the way through. Let's do it all the way through. You don't have to actually listen to it if you don't want to. So, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, 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 B7, E7, A7, D7, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, G, E minor 7, A minor 7, B7, E minor, helpful.